Just had something pretty cool rock up, so I'm gonna grab the fork and get it off. It's gonna go on that thing right there. I'm excited about this one. It's gonna be good. Ooh. Yes, please. Alright, so I wanted to update you guys before we went any further with Bart's vehicle. Where we're at is tray, canopy, rooftop, awning, all his bits and pieces are showed up. I'm just putting things down while I'm talking to you, so. Okay, so what you probably haven't seen is our roof rack setup's gone on. X-ray vision lighting all around. We're running our antennas on the top. Like I mentioned before, I think on that earlier episode, didn't want anything on the bar. Keep that bar looking just smicko. So we're running them up there. Now what's happening today is tray, canopy. Bart's running our iCamper that we're going to fit for him. And he's got an awning here somewhere as well that's going on as well whilst we do that. We had to add a few more extras that I'd missed. Just a couple of work lights on the sides. And we're just doing a little bit more custom power up to the roof with solar inputs and things like that. Just a little bit of a different way that's going to work for this setup that we've done on the vehicle already. So here it is. The back's ready to go. Warning's put all the mounts on, and we're just about to lift the rear up to go onto the vehicle. So that's what's happening right now. So the car is ready to go except for the rear setup, so that's what we're going to do. Let's see how it all comes together. Go team, go. Lifting. Been a interesting day today. Lots of modification to make things work how I wanted it to work. Don't get me wrong, everything that we had come. was supposed to go how it was supposed to go, and things were just supposed to fit, and you know how it is. It's like, oh yeah, that's gonna fit, yeah, no worries. It almost fit, but just not quite. So we've been modifying stuff to make it fit, but it fits, and the end result is pretty sweet. I'm pretty happy. I should probably pull that lid down, but it's alright, we'll leave it like that for now so I can show you. Anyway, if you didn't know what I'm talking about Bart's car. Here it is. We got the camper on, we've got the awning on, we've got power up there, solar input up there, canopies on, toolboxes and everything on this side are done, boxes are going on the other side. We're just putting the water pump in now. And what else? Yeah. And mud flap, guard, and then mud flap. So Sam's just doing water pump, bolting all that up. Look at this thing, man. Oh, what a machine. I am super keen to get this completed entirely and on the road. This thing is an absolute beast. Well done, Bart. Very, very good, mate. So we're almost there, guys. Almost there. Warnie's just swearing in the background. That's nothing new here. But anyway, okay. We're gonna finish up and then continue tomorrow. We're there. I can smell it. I can feel it in my fingers. I can feel it in my toes. I think that's the words. Is that the words? I feel it in my fingers, I feel it in my toes. Yeah, that one. Toes, yeah. He said if you want singing lessons, come see him, I'll sort you out. Sam and I can attest to don't get singing lessons from Warnie.
Don't come and listen to what he
Come listen to what he said. Anyway, I'm going to keep going. We're almost there. Just running a couple of finishing touches on Bart's car. Check solar inputs, things like that. Got a bracket getting made up for the water tap, and then we are I've got to tune the stereo as well, and then I think we're going to be fine. I do want to take her obviously for a couple of road tests to make sure I'm happy with absolutely everything, and then it needs a wash, and then we should be good. So pretty excited. Have a look at it. Looking good. Pretty happy. Oh, there we go. That's the ticket. That looks alright, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's just on float because the batteries are charged, but anyway.
Yeah.
That's what we want. There you go, solar in. Hey, look at that. Beautiful. Just checking that out. I think we're pretty good. What a beast. Proper happy with this thing. Bart's car, here it is. Very, very happy to be delivering this to these guys. They have been very patient, and I am super stoked with the end result on this one. It's just an absolute weapon of a thing. It's absolutely massive, and very, very happy with the end result. And I'm gonna have to go out and use it. So, got Bart's job card. Let's go through it. Reason why I got this is because there's a lot of stuff on this vehicle. Don't want to miss anything for you guys, so let's jump into it and we'll run you through what we've done. Alright, first things first, tow pack that we do here at BAW, which pretty much incorporates the 7-pin or 12-pin or round, whatever kind of plug that you want on the rear of the vehicle. And then we do an additional Anderson plug to the rear as well for towing or whatever you want to power, either it be a van or a charging system in something that you're towing as well. To go with that, in the tow package, Red Arc Tow Pro as well, Tow Pro Elite, definitely something that you'd need, especially with a vehicle this size. Tow hitch on the rear, we do use a WaySafe hitch, which is a American brand. It comes with the ball and it's got a little weight indicator on it as well, so it'll tell you your ball weight of whatever you've put onto the hitch as well. 8-inch adjustment in that one, because these vehicles do get quite tall when you're running 4-inch and 35s like Bart is. Definitely is great to be able to have a bit of adjustability in height on that hitch as well. Direction Plus for our engine safety as well, so we've got the pre-filter and the oil air separator system in this one, all kind of incorporated around that Safari ECU setup and the bracketry to go with that. These things are a little bit tricky with the 4495s just because of the hydro booster that they incorporate in the GVM system from Rmax. Can make it a little bit tricky, but we've got a great system now that works with these setups. Loving it. Goes in nice and neat. Everything's got a little spot that it needs to go into, so it works really, really well. Bart did opt for the fully sealed alternator. So this is a 200 amp that we do get from Rapid Power. Those guys do an awesome product. That way we got a massive amount of charge output from the alternator itself, which is definitely going to help running our under bonnet dual bat and our canopy house battery system as well. BT Cruiser struts on the bonnet. Best thing you can add to a 70. One of the best things. I'll probably say that a lot, but there is a lot of good things that you can add to a 70. But definitely being able to do a one-handed bonnet open, hands down, awesome bit of kit, love it. So we've got the Safari Rmax package on this car. What is the Safari Rmax package, you ask? Well, it incorporates everything Rmax from Safari 4x4 engineering, which includes the Rmax snorkel, the Rmax clutch, and Rmax ECU as well. Really great package for the 70 series. A lot of you may know that the 70s aren't fantastic for power from factory. Joining all of these systems together, clutch, ECU, snorkel, definitely improves the performance of the vehicle, and it is a great product that those guys have put together. Excellent warranty in that. If you guys want to know more about that, please get in contact with us, email us, put it in the comments below, and we'll get some information out to you guys about that. Alright, let's hit the roof of the cab for a quick second. Rhino rack system on the top. We've gone with 150 leg because we wanted to fit some work lights on the corners of each side of the roof rack. You may have noticed we are starting to run the X-ray vision lighting as well. Very, very happy with this product, guys. Very efficient, and I'm really excited to keep running their systems on our builds in the future. On the front, we're running the 1200 quad optic light bar as well. Sensational light bar, really impressed with it. They do have a dual switching option as well, so you can have your spot beam on only, and then you can opt to obviously switch your flood beam separately as well. So you've got the option of spot or flood, or you can combine the both and just have them on at once. But really cool feature in the light. We have then done a full stereo setup for Bart as well, so 10-inch sub, front and rear speakers, amps to suit, and they all go really well on the Department of Interior rear wall setup as well. On the back there, we're also running our UHF and our Selfie Go as well. Head unit for this vehicle is the 10-inch floating from Kenwood, 10.1, 10-inch, 10.1, 10.1. Full HD screen on this one. I love these units. It's the one I've got in mine and in Amy's car. Just the display is fantastic. And the cool thing about it is camera options as well. So you can do a front camera, a rear camera, a left camera, a right camera. What we've done for Bart is we've got a rear camera that points to the tow ball, and he's got a high mount on the rear as well, so that way he can see behind the vehicle with ease. It's really great for if you're towing a camper, you can still see over the top, so fantastic option with the head unit as well. The bull bar, keeping it plain Jane, That's how Bart wanted it. He didn't want anything crazy on the front of the vehicle, so sleek looking front end on this one. There's not a great deal going on. Awesome thing though about the Fat Bars bull bar is that we can incorporate those X-ray vision lights in the actual bar itself. Now they are a flood / spot combination light, so they do throw enough to not have to run a spotty on the front of the bar. And keeping that nice, sleek, clean lines was something that Bart was really passionate about. Blacked out the grille. It's just kind of made the front of the vehicle very, very sleek, very, very stealthy. I do like it. It's really cool. Keeping with our friends from Fat Bars, Paul and the boys came out to actually custom fab these ones to suit the 4495 chassis. Because the rear mounts are obviously a little bit different. They've done an awesome job of incorporating their step to suit the vehicle, and really, really happy with the end result. Inside the Fat Bars bar, we have put the carbon 12,000 pound winch. Bart didn't opt for a rear winch on this one, even though that the 4495 allows for a rear winch, so we've got the 12,000 pound on the front. Clear view next gen mirrors as well, electric only, so top mirror, left, right, up, down, all adjustable from in the cab. Moving inside, we've got Department of Interior floor console incorporating the Bushman's fridge. Really cool feature if you don't need to really utilize your rear seats much. It does protrude into the back a bit. For someone like myself, I've got 3 kids, so it's not really something that I can do just because of where it sits, but if you can do it, such a cool thing. You can fit almost, I think it's 2 6-packs and a little bit more in the fridges, and they are super efficient. Very, very cold. It acts as a great armrest as well. So Bushman's fridge from Department with their center console system, awesome, love it, absolutely love it. We do have an RJ45 pass-through as part of the console as well, with a couple of outlets there for the guys. The 45 pass-through is for their GME handpiece as well, so that way those guys can utilize the handpiece when they want to, and if they don't want to run it on the dash, they can unplug it, put it in the glove box and not have to look at it. Keeping with consoles, the guys have gone with the T-shaped roof console as well. Fantastic for storage, and we have hidden a little dual USB up in the middle section there, so those guys could prop something up there and plug it into charge, leave it up, and not have to worry about it. Just a few small things that you guys maybe didn't know. Some awesome contractors that we get into BAW. We actually got the ceramic window tinting done for Bart. We do that for a lot of our builds. We've got a great guy that comes in and sorts our window tinting out in-house. Very, very good product with ceramic window tint. Not only does it obviously give you that cool look for the windows, but it is great for UV protection as well. Sand grabber floor mats, just a couple of little things that kind of make it a little bit more homey. I know I touched on it before, but let's just go over it. It's on the paperwork. Chrome delete, removed anything that is chrome, even the trimming on the side. You have got that all blacked out. GXL badges, almost everything. He left the LandCruiser there though. Had to keep that. Flares as well, in the satin black, keeping with that blacked out theme. Underbonnet dual battery system. In the 70s, it's got a great spot there in behind the start battery for a dual battery system. Reason why we've run one for the vehicle, everything on the vehicle that requires charging or auxiliary lighting, water pumps, anything that's kind of on the tray side, not in the canopy, we're running off of our underbonnet battery system. So what that does for us is it's running Bart's interior fridge as well, and on the roof rack we are running a solar panel to keep that battery nice and healthy when the vehicle's out in the sun. Fantastic thing about the BCDCs from Red Arc is that they have a solar priority, so even when you are driving, when you're out in the nice awesome sunshine, it will pull as much as it can from the solar panel first and then top up from the vehicle if it needs to. So the great thing about the dual battery systems that we like to do and how I like to run it is that the vehicle's running off the start bat, and then the second battery under bonnet is running all your auxiliary lighting that's on the car. So the car's kind of its own little house, and then the canopy is its own little house as well, but we'll get to that in a minute. Battery link function, so I've got a little start you bastard switch on the dash there for Bart. It's just a momentary switch, so that way if for whatever reason the start battery in the vehicle did go flat, Bart can simply hold that, turn the key, and it links your second battery, your dual battery, to your start battery. So in a way, it's essentially like getting some jump starters and just going onto your start battery, but you can do all that from the comfort of your driver's seat and then literally turn the key. Another great little feature about that is that if you are in a pretty hairy winching situation, you can link the batteries together to give you a little bit more oomph for the winch. I know I'm kind of moving a little bit up and down and around on the car and bits and pieces. I'm just kind of following what I've got written down here so I don't forget anything. PWR intercooler under the bonnet, incorporating their fan shroud as well. Great product from PWR. I actually did a tour of their factory a little while ago. Amazing. Anyways, getting distracted. Inside, we're keeping an eye on our airbags and our underbonnet dual battery system and our start battery, all on that pillar pod that I've got there. We did do a airbag man, air up and down control system, switching in there for the compressor and your up and down. And then on that gauge, we are keeping an eye on our airbags and what pressures they're at. Dual volt gauge in there as well, which is, like I said, start battery, second battery, under bonnet. Self-I-Go unit, guys, in the back with the UHF. On the roof rack, which is hanging on to our antennas, the flip brackets from Rhino as well. They are Rhino rack brackets. I like those ones because they do have a locking pin as well, so they don't shake around the place whilst they're on the roof. All right, let's talk quickly about the suspension setup in Bart's vehicle. So this is a Rmax 4495 GVM upgraded 70 series LandCruiser. What that means is super chassis on the rear. So vehicle comes in, chop, new chassis from Rmax goes on, and then we coil convert from there. Bart has gone with the King shocks on his setup in this system. It is a 4-inch suspension lift with 35-inch tyres as well. There's a lot that goes into the 4495 systems. I won't go through absolutely everything right now. I've done plenty of videos on these systems. If you do want to know some more information, by all means go and have a look at our other videos, or hit us up in the comments below if you do have a question about something. I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. All right, let's talk about the Boss aluminium setup. Bart's gone with the premium tray on his vehicle. Amy's running the same type of thing on hers. Maximizing space is the whole headspace behind the premium tray as well. Cool little feature that Bart also added into his tray slash canopy setup is central locking. Highly recommend the central locking. I've got it in mine, I got it in Amy's. It's just the little things, you know, and doing that, hit the button on the key, whoop, it's locked. You know it's locked. Don't have to worry about going around with keys and locking every single door. Canopy, let's have a look at it. I'm going to consult my paperwork on this one because I can't remember absolutely everything. 3/4 canopy, aluminium construction, M-spec spare wheel mounts, jerry can holder. I do like the jerry can holder. Excellent thing about the Boss aluminium gear, and this is what I really love about these setups, is the modular design. Everything can be removed or put back in. Jerry can, as I mentioned that, if you want to pull that off and put a spare wheel on there instead, you can literally purchase that and then bolt it straight on yourself at home. Definitely a great idea for this system. So if you wanted to change the way that you run it after having it for a little while, you don't have to go and pay someone to chop it off and weld something different there. Bolt off, bolt on, finished, done. Bart does have the 110 litre Dometic upright fridge on the passenger side, along with the drawer setup with the slide out as well for a bit of a bench top, and then that awesome space down the back for all your long bulky items, chairs, tables, anything like that. 70 litre under tray water tank on the 12 volt pump, and that's all accessible from the driver's side toolbox. Full in canopy power system, 200 amp hours of lithium. We are running a TVMS system, BMS for the charging, 2000 watt inverter, all hidden in the upright system there. Lighting is all controlled, all the outlets is controlled. The rooftop, we've got power running up to the rooftop as well. That's all controlled from TVMS system. It does have the app. If you guys want a little bit more information on TVMS, have a look at Red Arc. They are the guys that supply that system. And then to keep power into that system, I do have 200 watts worth of solar on top of the iCamper. Well, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for putting up with me. If you got any other questions about the build, please put them in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them. But that's it for Bart's vehicle. Super keen to hand this thing over to these guys, and hope you enjoyed watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, share it around so other people can see what we're doing here at the Boar Shed. We'll catch you next time. Three-quarter canopy, modular design, aluminium.